So help me tell government, make them can that is, we are suffering. Even poor people, we are people, poor people, they are dying silently.
It's not suffering again, they are dying.
No, no, he's suffering. When person is suffering, he's not dying.
Like, did you
Hi
see
guys.
that? It's not funny. It's not funny because that woman is obviously expressing frustration. But then, I know be Tinubu. I know be Tinubu
Okay.
sister. I know be Tinubu family member. I'm not even in his cabinet. But it's okay if she feels like we can help her, air her mind.
Yes, and so
Yeah.
that we know if there's going to be any form of solution coming,
Well,
hopefully.
hopefully. Hello, viewers. This is Talk Street with Chama Grace Ifemelodike, and right with me is Emmanuel Osinigwe.
Hi
Osinigwe
guys,
Welandia.
live and direct.
Oh my God! Today we have a very interesting discussion, conversation, whatever it is you want to call it, and it's about
The high cost of living.
of living, also known as inflation. I'm not an economist, but I don't need to be one for me to know that Omo, he don't read.
Oh,
He read. Forget say I just package like this. Omo, he choke. Let the poor breathe.
breathe.
In fact, the poor say
They can't
they,
even
they
breathe
know they
again. It's
abeg
choking, it's
now.
too
Make
much.
wetin be this? Guys, we were able to go to the marketplace because we really needed to understand what is really happening. We wanted to hear from the street. Remember, this is Talk Street, and everything we do, we try to hear from the horse's mouth,
Yeah.
right from the source. So, I wanted to just inquire to know how the high cost of living is affecting the cost of goods and services.
Sure.
How the marketplace, the businessmen and women, how they're able to cope, or where is this inconsistent prices coming from? Why is it that today you go to buy something, the next day the price has skyrocketed? I mean, what you have to say about this?
It's really a bad situation currently in the country because the situation now, I don't even know how we're going to manage it first. Just like you stated earlier, you just go out now, maybe like about in less than 24 hours, what you just bought for so amount drops and in fact increases sometimes double. I don't know. I think I would actually, in line with what
Okay.
most,
First of all,
yeah,
let's understand where this is coming from, because a lot of people think that this could be the market people or the business men and women who are the ones making these prices go up, like it's deliberate, like they're
yeah,
deliberately, putting these prices. But from the videos we just you saw the woman
yeah,
talking about how much she pays for just transportation.
true.
So let's even start with, where is this coming from? Where is this unstable or inconsistent prices? Where is it emanated from?
I will actually attribute it to the exchange rate because
Exchange rate one.
yes, I think that's one of the major things contributing to this high cost of living now. The more our currency is being devalued, other
And by the way,
currencies,
what's the rate of naira today to dollars?
I think it's about 1,000 plus.
1060.
Wow.
1060 as of this morning. 1060. By the way, yesterday was about 980 something. Today, from 1030 that it was some days ago, it's now 1060.
So you can now understand where this whole problem is coming from.
Okay, that's one. So
Yes.
what else can we attribute
Then,
this to?
secondly, I think the business people are also to blame. Yeah, some of them. Let's take an example first of all. When you have some goods you're supposed to sell off, and you now hear that prices have increased, you won't even wait to sell off at the old
The old stock. That's why people say this is artificial increase.
Yeah.
That is, I actually agree with you,
Yeah.
and that's really deceitful.
Yes. So it's one of the things attributing to this, and we know in this country we find ourselves whenever a price goes high.
Now the question is, where is Son? I mean, there's a commission in charge of supervising these things, right?
Yeah.
Where are they? Why are they not playing their roles? they should, they need to, this market needs to be small because people are suffering. You can't just watch your people suffer without trying to, do
Help out.
something. You know that, okay, the government is trying to, shove off blames. They say I heard Reno, I don't know if you saw what Reno Mercury wrote the other day, how it's not government, how the Naira instability is not attributed to the Naira inconsistency. I don't understand what he was trying to say there, but that's by the way. Now, even if you're trying to say this is not our fault, this is global, the economic hardship is global, what are you now doing to curb the hardship? Like, if commissions like SON, I think, am I correct?
Sure.
If SON should go to the markets and send their men to make sure that the prices are not going up. Like, someone is not just coming to Indomie. Indomie is 150 today. The next day Indomie is 200. One person is selling 200. The other person is selling 180. Who is making sure that these kind of things are not happening?
Okay, just last week here, I think the House of Reps, they were having this plan on moving a bill that a committee should be set up for price regulation.
They are still. Oh
yes,
my God,
but the problem is not the committee. The problem now is.
Wait, everything they said committee.
Welcome to Nigeria.
Everything they set committee for this country.
Welcome to
I know
Nigeria.
the committee they don't set since having committee. I know they laugh because Sapa is real and it's everywhere. Even the rich is crying. Everybody.
Yes.
What's be this committee on top? Okay, please go on.
So
sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, it's okay because I know how painful it is being on the street. Imagine what people are going through, what they are saying. Now, as we speak, some cannot even afford 1 square meal. I'm not just talking about 1 meal.
Okay, there's even a case of someone who was telling us at the market that people come to steal food.
Yeah, they do.
Like, you see children or people who are hungry, they're so desperate that they now have to come and grab and run away. And sometimes they catch them. Do you know that the street is so brutal right now that they can burn you just because of what's the smallest thing you want to grab and run away? You'll be killed.
Nigerians are not smiling anymore.
So you understand how this is becoming, or this should be a state. I think they should declare a state of emergency.
True.
First of all, there's scarcity of food.
Yes.
I mean, the food supply is scarce.
True.
It's not meeting up with the demands.
Yeah.
Second of all, the one that is even available is expensive. I went to buy onions the other day. Onions, oh my God. What's happening? Onions is so expensive. You needed to see me an aboki. Aboki go price. We priced almost 1 hour. At the end of the day, because I like buying these things in bulk.
Yeah.
So that, no matter how bulky they are, and sometimes you don't want to over bulk,
So
buy in bulk, so it doesn't get spoiled.
True.
So, what is this?
The thing is really annoying. And the truth is, even if this committee should come up and start running, there's going to be issues because we know that some people will actually be bought over. They will pay them.
What did they talk? Nigeria will know the committee where they set up. Inside the committee, things
there's an extra
solve.
committee.
Aba, things they solve.
Good.
Things that hands that shake me na guy.
I did
Oh yeah, now collect my own.
We'll
see later. Inside committee.
Not be juju.
Hey, over this
you
country.
now understand what we're trying to say. So it's not about the committee. We do not, just a few honest and just people left now, and they can't even come out to speak because the ones who are in need of these things are always at the forefront, pushing them away. Because if you're here, you're going to spoil market for me. So you will spoil things for me. Now this money I want to collect from this market, and now you want it.
So is a circle of rogues. Like they need their own same kind of people, so they'll be able
that
to
it can actually work
maneuver
fine
and do all their illicit and corrupt things.
I'm Mrs. James.
Hey, Mrs. James. As a family woman, what can you say about the high cost of living?
The high cost of living is really biting hard. It's terrible. A lot of people can't even eat. Some people are begging in the street. Some are very desperate. They just want to commit suicide. So it's really suicidal. It's terrible. I don't even have a word to describe it. So it's hard. It may not be hard for some people, but it's really hard on so many people. So those ones that have the money, they don't feel it. But the people that don't have money, they are really dying. It's not easy at all.
So we come to the markets, we see the prices are so high, are so low, and the next day it's
I don't sell.
okay, you don't sell.
I don't sell. I came to buy.
Okay, no, yeah, even as a buyer, sometimes you see the prices are not, they are not
I
stable.
just usually before I will use 400 naira worth of ugu leaf to cook my vegetable. But I've just discovered that it's half of what I used to buy. So instead of 400 naira, I now have to buy 800 naira to be able to prepare a pot of soup. So you can see, and I'm a civil servant. Salary has not been increased. We are still living on the past income, and it's not easy at all.
What could be the solution of this?
It's the government. They have to do something about it. They have to try to do something.
The minimum wage, how much do you think can go for a civil servant?
Minimum wage. Hey, minimum wage.
Some people are suggesting 300, 100,000, between 100 and 200. That's what's
200 will be fine. Yeah, 200 will be fine because of the current realities. 200 will be fine. It's not easy. There's no power. You need to buy fuel for generator because without that, you won't even be able to preserve food. You won't be able to do anything. You can't charge your phone. You can't leave. You
and
just
the light is not stable.
it's not at all.
Actually, I would say the cost of living is very high, and people are complaining badly, as in they are not happy. You can see people come out in the morning. Some person will even, based on what is happening and the things happening in this world, especially Nigeria particularly, they will like, "Ah, things are very expensive. I have 5 children. How can I feed them? How can I pay school fees? My work is not going well, or my business is not doing fine." You can even buy things in a higher cost, and you cannot sell it at that price. Maybe like we selling perishable goods. At the end of it, you find out that the thing you get worthy when you want to sell it at the price you pay it, and you cannot sell it. The next morning, when you come out, you will not be happy again. My sister, at the end of the week, calculating your sales, calculating your capital, my sister, no income, the capital is going down. So to me, I'm not happy about what is going on. Like before, we used to buy and sell, and you happy. The next month you go out again, you buy and sell. Mainly like me, I would say particularly this buying and selling is what I used to feel for daily bread. That's my daily bread. I don't have any job except this. So when I buy and I did not sell, I will not be happy.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So how does this affect your customers?
It affects my customer basically based on when you tell them price, they will not buy. Like I took somebody to my shop where I sell fresh tomatoes. The woman
sell fresh tomatoes?
yes, inside the market. The woman could not buy because the price is high. I took her to another place to confirm price. She get there the same thing. She said no, that she will not buy. She just left. So she went at her way going out. She may decide to cook banga soup or any other thing, or better say run another soup instead of making stew
Or sauce?
or sauce. So
Make dem reduce price for everything. Reduce price for fuel. Dey really affect us well well. No say na north we dey carry cow dey come. And things no dey as e be again.
So how you dey cut your meat? First of all.
This one now, mama, this meat suppose dey okay for 18,000. For this meat, you go dey find
18,000.
yes, but you go dey find 25 inside. Make your money fit come out.
So this meat like what I'm seeing inside your people. 500 or 1,000.
We cut am like that. You know if we cut am come out that 18,000, we suppose dey normal. But because say market don dey, we no dey even dey cut am reach 10 1,000 again sef. So we dey cut some 7 1,000, some 8 1,000.
One full nama na how much? 1,000.
It depends o, because nama na size by size. They get the one of 1,000,000, 800, 900. Depends on the size. Now as the cow go take big reach, na so the price go take big reach.
So you know they kill one, they buy.
I dey buy one.
You dey buy leg or hand. They buy one full.
Daba, Gaba na the shares side. That is the shares part. That is where they call Gaba. So that type I dey buy. So a day they buy the one of 120, 150, everything. Depends as the market dey there now because if market good, the business will come up. But if market no good, the market no go come up.
It's boring.
So how has the high cost of living affected your business?
So really affected. This is really cost now. But thank God we are still managing it. We are selling it. And customer they are still buying it.
So for your own side, nothing, you hold your side strong.
It's strong, but nothing a man.
It no be like before.
It not be like before. Things are really strong.
But it's not that bad.
It's not bad. We are still
At
selling.
least one person has given us a positive report.
I'm Cosmos by name.
So what do you sell? Sell rice or you sell?
Yes, I sell rice, indomie, crayfish, stockfish, oil, and the rest.
Okay, people are complaining about the high cost of living.
Yes,
What do you have to say about it?
it is extremely high, very high, including me that is selling. I'm pitying parents. Parents are suffering.
So what is the bag of rice like 2 months ago and what is it now?
2 months ago, we sell bag of rice 35,000, 36, 37. But now we are selling 50,000, 49, 49 last. So the margin is too much. Within 4 days, rice added 12,000 naira here in Asaba.
4 days.
Yes.
So how do you think families of 3, 2, 5? How do you think they are coping?
It's pathetic. It's only God that is feeding them, not what they could be able to provide. It's, in fact, parents are suffering, families are suffering.
Are you a family man?
Of course.
So why are you
Suffering.
okay,
I'm suffering over sufferness. They worry me, sir. Nigeria is waiting for the first person to come to the road and begin to cry. That's what everybody is.
and everybody will join it.
Yes, that's what we are waiting for. The first person to come to the road and raise up his hand or her hand and begin to cry. That's what Nigeria is waiting for. It's pathetic. I'm not happy with the word Nigeria. I'm not happy.
So what do you think the solution is?
Ah, solution. Let God destroy this Nigeria. That's the solution.
What's your own solution?
Destroy these people that are ruling us. Destroy them. Let them go. Let fresh breeze.
Total overhaul.
Yes, that's the only way. If not, we will even enter in from frying pan. We will enter fire.
Emmanuel, how is your business running with the cost? Do you use fuel or diesel?
I use fuel.
Okay, so did the high cost of fuel affect the price of grinding?
It's high cost of fuel.
Did it affect
It affects everybody, including me.
you? Are your customers still coming like they used to?
They are complaining now. Some
How
like
much did you used to take?
I grant 200 normally, but I used to 50 for them. I grant 150, but for the city cost.
Because of fuel you increase.
It's because of fuel. Fuel is very, very cost.
So what is the solution?
So the solution now is you keep looking.
Just be looking.
Yes, now what are we going to do?
Are you not healthy? People are supposed to. Different government now.
I'm not a big man now. I'm just a husband.
But you have a voice.
Eh?
You have a voice. You can use your voice and speak out for other people.
It's not only you that speak out now. Some people that speak out, there are many now.
You have confidence. So you're confident with people to speak out now.
Like this now, we manage everything like this now.
What is your name?
My name is Shamaka.
We just want to know how the high cost of living is affecting your fish business.
Okay, the high cost of this fish is very, very high for us now. Unlike before. Like before, we do buy a kilo of this fish for 600.
What is a kilo?
A kilo, 600, 660. Like this size here now is a kilo. And now we do buy this size now for 1,560 now. 550, yeah. Our customer are very, very complaining because the price. This size now is 170. It's 170 for this size now. But before we sell this size at 15.
when it was 650, this for 17 or 17, or when it was 650, sell 700 or 750. But now it's 179.
Did it affect the number of customers?
Yes, so we do. I thought of it very well, unlike before.
You sell everything. If you don't sell, what do you do?
We cover it for the next day. Yes, calm down. My name is Mrs. Helen Hopefully.
So how is the cost of living affecting the fish business?
It's really affecting us because prices of things are very high these days. Customers are finding it difficult to buy things in the market. Complaints here and there. You buy things today, tomorrow if you go to buy another one, everything.
See a size of fish that you sell, like a big and a small one. Like what of the other one, horse, the other side?
For fish you have.
Okay.
Before now, we sell this side. That is from February to now. April, we are selling this side at the rate of 700, 800. For now, this one is 1,200. Why before then we are selling this one 1,000. Now this one is 1,400.
Okay, you can put it back.
Then the carton of this one, by April, the carton of this one we bought at the rate of 23,500. Now the carton is 35,000. So it's really high. Why this one carton was 36, now is 45, depending on the size. Why some carton are 50,000.
Wow, thank you. So you know, fish used to be what the poor families used to cook soup. Do you think it's still what they use? Do you think poor families can still afford fish?
Some are not affording it. Just like this head of fish now, some person will come and buy from it. Some will come and request the head. Yes. Some will come and say, please give me or sell for me the head of fish. And this is what some persons reject. Some will come to buy it just for them to have a taste of fish because they cannot afford this. So it's really affecting us. We the sellers and the buyers is affecting everyone.
My name is Blessing Manu.
So how is the high cost of living affecting your business?
Not be small. The thing it's too much. We know not be waiting we dey see before now we dey see now. Everything cost. Vegetable, common vegetable like this. Before we buy sell na wahala. We dey buy costly well now. Not be smart. If you ask the old women where they bring am, then we tell you say, even though they say cheap, wetin dem go use money go buy. Say the money no go reach to go buy better thing wey dem go eat. Say na im make am dem dey sell cost for us.
This is oha, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This bunch of oha now is
This one now, the head of the is 700 or 800.
this one now.
Yes.
Is it for cost price or selling price?
It's the cost now.
The one you bought from the market, like the 700.
Yes.
So you want to sell, how much you sell?
I fit sell 900 or 800.
Wow. So how are the people from the poor families, how are they able to afford these vegetables?
Na it be wahala o, we no know. Na it be wahala wey dey because we dey ask all the old women wey dey bring am for the inside bush. How una can dey sell us cost? We dey wey dey go sell, wetin we go sell? He say wetin make am we dey sell cost be say if dem sell am finish, the money no go reach to go buy better thing wey dem go eat or train dem children for the school or anything. Na that inside the farm na dem dey use dey train the children.
So the vegetables no increase. Now the transportation where they take they bring them from.
No be the transportation. He say everything they use they do the farm now. They don't cost. Na im be the wahala. And if they won't buy anything to keep for house or food where they go eat like rice or cloth, the money, because na only farm na dem dey do, they no dey do anything. Na inside that farm na dem dey use dey do everything. So if they so cheap, they no go see money to go buy anything again.
Okay, now, so what do you think is the solution to this?
I no know, na the people wey dey rule us na im be wahala, because if you say other thing cheap, the vegetable go cheap. Na im be the wahala. No know, because no, I no dey do farm, I dey go back.
My name is Clementina Madoka.
Okay, how are you dealing with the high cost of living?
In short, everything is very cost. Even the market that we are selling now, we are not getting it. We feel like we are just suffering, or for aboki people. Let me just put it like that. When we sell market finish to go see again, we cannot see. Imagine yesterday, they bring one aboki from Jos, car motor, we bring my load yesterday. Then collected 33,500 naira because of one bag of cabbage, one bag of carrots, one bag of green beans, and a small carton of green pepper. 33,500 that I paid for the carrier yesterday.
Just transportation.
Yes. Just so help me tell government, make them that is, we are suffering. Even poor people, poor people, they are dying silently.
Okay, it's not suffering again, they are dying.
No, it's suffering. When person is suffering, is not die. The person is die alive. When you no see garri to eat, be hungry. Please help me tell government, make them change everything.
Talk so much about the problem. What can be the solution?
Solution. Well, the solution, like every person that we actually spoken to at the market, we're all pointing to the government. If only the government can actually hear the cry of those people. Before they got into power, vote for me, I will do this and I will do that. But it's not what they see. But if they can actually realize that people are going through a lot, the high class, they don't go through this because at their beck and call they have whatever they want.
It touch them small.
But it never really touch them when it touch the common man.
I can agree.
You understand?
Okay.
If only they can actually look into this, I think.
How can they do? What can they do?
Have to
Because we see the
start.
palliatives, they all reek of fraud. You see, I saw a man who brought a bag of rice they gave him to share for 140 something families in an estate. Just how many kg of just a bag of rice? I don't even know how many, if it's up to 10 kg bag of rice.
Okay.
The man returned it. What is he going to share today? Are they going to be counting the rice?
Because
This family come, or you count 5 grains, or what are we doing? This is no jokes. People are dying.
Actually.
People are committing suicide because of hunger.
Why do they?
So the government needs to be deliberate. They need to be intentional. The government needs to come out and have this conversation and be
Yes, they should
sincere
dialogue.
about. They should
True.
tell us the plans they have. For me, first of all, the solution I'm seeing here is palliatives. Let the palliatives be real. If you give me a carton of Indomie, you don't help me. If you're counting a family of 5 and you're giving them 1 cup of rice, there's some very pathetic palliatives I even saw in Kogi. They were sharing a cup of rice, a half cup of rice in a nylon. I don't know if you saw that. Is it 200? What is this? You guys are making a joke of the poor people. These are the people that you're getting taxed, that are supposed to be put back in situations like
Benefiting
this.
from the tax
We
they
have
pay.
natural resources that have made this country, they're supposed to make this country rich. No person is supposed to be poor in Nigeria. But look how low we've been degraded. Look how low we've come. Humans now are feeding off like animals. I see children eating from the dustbin, from the trash. Children, this is
Painful.
wrong.
It's painful.
You
But you
know-
know the funny part? It might be shocking and surprising to you that maybe government has actually provided palliatives, but the people that it was handed over to.
Boycotts. Some of these people are thieves. Some of the people in the corridors
Remember
of
what
power.
happened in the
But
time
then
past?
again, sorry to cut you, if you as a government person release palliatives or funds for your community, you have the responsibility to
To
supervise
make
it.
sure
If that thing does not get to the doorstep of who is sent for, then the first intent has been destroyed.
destroyed, yeah.
It's been averted. So when you start up a plan for people, like when I'm doing a charity program or outreach, I make sure I supervise, because that's where the work is. Because there are more thieves in the corridor of power than even the politicians themselves.
Yeah.
Some of the people who follow politicians are thieves. They are psychopaths. They're all about themselves. And that's why sometimes I don't go to orphanage homes. I'm not discouraging anyone.
Yeah.
But most times when you dump this food at the gate of the orphanage home, guess what they do? They sell them off.
True.
Some of the people who work at orphanage homes, I'm sorry to say, some of them are not trustworthy. So when you're doing charity, make sure hand to hand, door to door. If you're giving to a widow, let it enter her hand.
That's it.
Make sure she receives it. Ah, sorry guys.
It's really painful.
Yeah.
And you have to really come out, tell them how it is.
Yeah.
Because I think being quiet for so long is really affecting the society.
And that's to say, one other solution that I think we're ignoring, and the church is not helping matters. So I'm sorry to say, I'm a church woman. You already know,
Yeah,
like
sure.
I'm a God woman. But then, do we continue to wallow while, because we can't speak up, the church has refused to speak for the common man? Why? Is it because the big men are paying tithes in our pockets? The church needs to stand up and call government out. People are dying, and the God that we serve is not happy with this. The church needs to take a stand. You can't keep giving people false promises, saying that heaven is going to open up. How many people will heaven open up for? It's not like the days of the Israelites when manna fell from heaven. We need actual solution interventions now. We need government to do things like take down the price of fuel. If they're not paying, if they're paying for subsidy, let them come out and tell us and cut down the price of fuel so that transportation would be cheaper, and then the cost of goods and services will come down.
The cost of living in general.
The cost of living in general, the inflation would just
drop.
step down, it will drop. So the church also needs to stop giving people unrealistic expectations. They should stop expecting God to come in his glory and perform miracles. We need things that will equip and give people capacity to make a living and make earnings that can sustain them like humans. Please.
You actually said
Ima,
it all.
I'll soon start. Another thing is the people, I'll
need
soon
to
start
come
my protest. See, I don't want to bring out my comradeship here. I don't want to bring out, but the truth is, we also as a people, it needs to be
the
a
solution
point
as
for
well.
us to stand up and say
And speak
enough is
out.
enough. Go around the world. The hardship is everywhere. But you know what other people are not doing? They're not sitting and just complaining in their corners or in their holes. We're so afraid that all we need to do is slip into our small holes and our small secret places, and we are causing Tunubu. These courses are not working. Trust
telling
me.
you. I'm
You're only
telling you.
wasting your time. The one that will work is when you step out and you demand for your rights. It's your fundamental right as a citizen to know what government is doing with your resources.
God will help us and show us mercy.
God will not help us if we don't help ourselves.
Why I made that statement is
this God
I actually wanted to
this
tell
God
you
will help us
something.
because us trouble for this show.
Why I made the statement is because I wanted to take you aback.
Yes.
You know, I think in year 2020, it was just because of bread that a protest broke out in Somalia.
Yes,
And that was what brought about change in the country. You understand? So, I don't know, Nigerians were just so afraid.
Now fear, and I keep us where we did today. And thanks to our men of God. Thanks to them. Yes, that's the truth. Because when you give people the expectation that God is going to bring miracle, they go sit down, they wait for God. How many years have we been waiting? God is not going to give you more than he gave other countries.
It's more than the wilderness
He's even
experience.
giving us even more with the resources we have, with the human abilities, talents, gifts that we have as a people. God has blessed us even more than some countries. But go to those countries that have less. Go and read your Bible. Read about the parable of the talent. When God gives you something, he expects you to do something with it. But our pastors, unfortunately, are taking advantage of this situation, because when the country is not doing well, people come to church and then offerings are being, given out. It's not right. Even when you speak for the people and the country gets better, the people will have more offering to give.
Yeah.
The people are not there. People are dying.
You can't offer when you don't have anything.
So people are not even coming to church anymore because they have nothing to give. Because they know the church is always going to ask them to give. They don't have
When you
to
don't
give.
chop, now you go see money give offering.
So this is the time for the church, our pastors, our true men of God to stand up and speak truth to power. Let's call a spade a spade.
Sure.
It's all right, guys. So we don't get too worked up. We've come to the end of this segment. It's Talk Street, and today we're talking about the high cost of living. My name is Chama Grace Ifemelu Dike, and
I remain her partner in ministry.
you
I
can
remain
say that
Emmanuel Osinigwe.
again. It's
See you
amazing,
guys
man.
next time.
It's amazing
Really,
having you.
truly.
Thank you so much
Thank you for
for
having me
joining
here again.
us.
Thank
Yes,
you. My pleasure.
we hope that the right people hear our voice, because we're the voice of the people.
Just
The
like
market, you know,
Gary
like the
is,
woman said, go tell Tinubu, because I believe say
yes,
we get
you are the
Tinubu from
spokesperson for Tinubu. You know, just as Gary
God.
is the hope of a
God
common
go
man,
help us.
so we're also speaking for the common people. God bless
Thank you
you all.
guys. We love you. Hope to see you. Like we said, share your
Drop
feedbacks,
your
anything you
comments.
have to, say, drop it in the comment section. If you want to share an information, share it with us. We're ever ready to receive it, ever ready to do something
Yeah, sure.
in the best of our abilities.
True.
We love
We're here for
you.
you.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.